What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Winner Circle Sports Podcast, New York Baseball Series review. Nardi's going to be covering the Yankees versus the Reds, while I'm going to be talking about the Mets and the Braves. Our big division rival, the Braves, have been super duper hot. We're coming in. Nardi, I know I told you a while ago, that I wasn't worried about the Braves winning streak, and as I'm still not, I just wanted to say, I wish I could have said it before the series, so I wish I would have said it last episode. This is the time to kind of either give a reason to worry or to give a reason to calm down. And the Mets taking through 2 out of 3, I think they played pretty well against them. Something that they did, which hopefully they've been trying to do all year, is get the starting pitchers out early, have good at-bats, have long at-bats, good with 2 strikes. And they really did that against Atlanta, pushing their starters out pretty quickly. Scherzer won game 1. He went 7 innings, 9 strikeouts. Another just great performance. That game was Robinson Cano, Nardi, as you told me.
Robbie.
Traded to the Braves, and he had an interesting play in the 3rd inning. It was bases loaded, and Guillorme hit a ball. Great play by Robbie Cano. Just tried to flip it with his glove and turn 2, but called safe with the review, also called safe. So that scored a run. Mets won game 1, 4-1. Game 2 was the opposite. Braves, who this year have been a hit home run or strikeout team, hit 2 big home runs in the game. Seth Lugo, Nardi, pleasure to name drop him again, gave up the big 2-run home run to Adam Duvall to really put the cap on that game. Game 3. Chris Bassett and the Mets bats were pretty alive. Escobar started off with a home run, then Lindor, then Canna. Olsen hit a home run for the Atlanta. Austin Riley also hit a home run later that game, as well as Eddie Rosario. So the ball was flying out that game. Mets won 7-3, take 2 out of 3 from the Braves. Move up, 2 full games, but the Braves keep winning, so do we. Up against the Cubs next. Nardi.
Before I say anything, your boy has been named an all-star starter at second base. Yeah. Jeff McNeil has done it. Deserved it, though. He did deserve it.
I'm so happy because I know that he was really excited about it. So.
Oh, I hope he's excited. I hope you're excited that Pete Alonso was in the home run derby again as well, because I'm not. So I love Pete, but come on, man. Give it a break. All right. So if you've been watching the Yankees and keeping up with baseball, these past few series for the Yankees has been the most adversity I'd say they've faced over the last, so far in this season. They kind of hit a skid. The whole team's hit a skid. I know Judge has been in a slump. He was 5 for his last 30. They just pulled that up. Rizzo has been slacking. It's the pitchers haven't been all that great. This was a 3-game series against the Reds. Game 1, Yankees were winning 3-0 the entirety of the game. Started out early, scored 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third, and pushed it out. And unfortunately, Clay Holmes shits the bed in the 9th inning, and that doesn't happen. That's the first time that's happened all season.
Yeah.
He walked the bases loaded. They had a single, and then he walked the bases loaded. Then he gave up 1 run. And then Wandy Peralta came in. My bad. Clay Holmes gave up 2 runs, actually. He had 2 runs. Then Wandy Peralta came in, got 2 outs on 5 pitches. And then Jonathan India, NL Rookie of the Year last year, coming back, one of his first series back. He's only played maybe 15 games this season. Comes back and hits a line drive single into the outfield to make the score 4-3, and the Reds end up taking game 1. Game 2 was another very stressful game for Yankees fans. My friends and I actually went to this game. The stadium, it was fun to watch in the stadium. Yankees were losing 1-0 at the end of the first inning. A nice little single scored run. And then Luis Severino, again, another pitcher going down. Nestor hasn't been all that great. Tyone hasn't been all that great. Sevy was a very good bright spot. Are you kidding me? Severino, who's been a bright spot for the Yankees all season. It's been really good to see him healthy. Was not healthy, unfortunately, in this game. And if you know Severino, you know that he'll play. Like if he knows he's sore, he'll pitch to see if it'll loosen up throughout the game. And unfortunately for him, it didn't. Come the second inning, the Reds went back to back to back off of Severino. And two of them were absolute bombs, too. One of them landed in the left field bleachers. And it's just, I don't know, the crazy, crazy game. The next inning, the Yankees put up a 5 spot, end up taking the lead 5-4. That was crazy. IKF had a base clearing double, had him around the board, and then the Reds scored another 2 runs in the 5th. And come the 8th inning, everybody, the stadium was pretty silent at that point because we're losing to the Reds 2 days in a row. Stanton comes up, hits a line drive home run to right field, ties the game. Game goes to extras, and on DJ LeMahieu's birthday, happy 34th birthday, DJ, scores the game-winning run in extras on a pass ball. So the Yankees ended up, it was on a pass ball. So the Yankees ended up taking that one 7-6. And then it's been a very rough series. I don't know how else to say it. We go to game 3. Yankees this was a very boring game until the 8th inning. It was 1-1. 8th inning hits. Reds put up 3. Yankees put up 3. So it's 4-4. Go to extras. The Reds scored 3 runs in extras off Lucas Licky. He shit the bed there. That was really bad on his part. Yankees come up, have a glimpse of hope when Carpenter hits a 2-run home run, and then they go down 1-2-3 after that, and the Yankees end up losing. It was a rough series, but this is like the first skid the Yankees have had all season. And thank God it's right before the All-Star break. Hopefully they can recuperate and heal up right before. Like, I know we have the Red Sox the next 3 games. We're still to like 12 games up in the division or something. So it's not really – we're not that far down. But it's good to take some time to, like, relax a little bit. We're going to have a couple days off. Give everybody can have some fun in the break. As we're talking right now, the Futures game is going on I think it's in LA. And the Yankees have Waldachek playing, Jason Dominguez playing, and Anthony Volpe playing. Jason Dominguez hit a home run, actually, in this, and he's the lowest one on that list. He plays for Single A, the Tampa Tarpons. Volpe's playing shortstop. Waldachek's a relief pitcher. So it's fun. They're having fun right now. They're doing really well. I think the Mets have 2 guys on that or 1 guy. I think that the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. I think it's his name. He's there. He was catching. That's always fun to watch. It's fun to see the kids because that they call it the future game for a reason. All these kids are going to be in there. And I also want to give a shout out to the Royals. I don't know if you heard the storyline of what happened. So of the 23-man roster on the Royals, only 10 or I think it was 12. Only 12 of them were vaccinated. And they had to go to Toronto to play a series. Game 1, they called up 6 of their prospects to come play for them. Game 1, they beat the Blue Jays 3-1. They shut them out. Good for them. The boys, they brought up a bunch of Single A, Double A, and Triple A prospects to come play for them for 1 game, and they show that they can play in the majors. Bobby Witt Jr. hit a home run. He's the prospect everybody thinks of when you think of the Royals. They had another prospect come up, hit a home run, 2-run home run. That gave them the lead, and then that was that. They finished it. They pitched great. I don't really think there's much else to talk about other than the All-Star game coming up. Stanton declined his home run derby. They gave it to Corey Seager. My money's on Juan Soto. I have Juan Soto. I know you're all over Pete. I know I'm not, but I think Juan Soto's got this in the bag. And another like headline in baseball, the last thing I'm going to say for this episode, Juan Soto just turned down a $440 million extension. I know he plays for the Nationals, and they're not the greatest team, but $440 million? Are we kidding? The guy's 22 years old. Like, there's 3 teams I see getting him that can actually pay him that much money.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers, the Mets, and the Yankees. There's 3 teams in the league that can afford to pay him that much money.
Yeah, yeah.
And apparently the Nationals pulled money out of their ass somehow and can pay him that. But realistically, where do you see him ending up?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't imagine that he was going to leave the Nationals, so I couldn't even start to imagine.
I think realistically, if he wants to win, he's going to join like any one of those 3 teams. Maybe go to an up and coming team. I don't even I couldn't even tell you. Maybe the White Sox. They have a young team. The Twins have a very young team that's playing pretty good. But I think that's insane that he turned down a $440 million deal. I could see him as a Met. Actually, I could see him as a Met. Like, you're obviously a Mets fan. Like, do you have a young stud on your team right now that you could say is like good? Like, I wouldn't even like Judge is 31 years old or 32 years old, right? He's not young. Like Soto is he's 22 years old, and he's one of the best hitters in the league. Like, do the Mets have a player like that?
Yeah, probably not that young, no.
Yeah, not that young, right? Like, he's going to, regardless of where he goes, he's going to be a franchise player for whatever team he ends up on because he's still only 20. He's 22 years old. He's 22 years old and he got paid 400. He's getting asked 440 million. That's insane. I just hope he doesn't end up on a rival for any of our teams because I would hate to see that. I know the Nationals are already in your division, but the rest of that team sucks. Like, I wouldn't want to see him go to the Braves. That would be a scary sight.
Maybe.
All right, just making sure. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode, unless you have anything else to add.
No, you got it.
All right, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you all appreciate it. Once again, thank you for spending your time here at the Winner Circle. I know there's a bunch of new followers on Instagram. I know we've seen a couple new followers on Instagram. There's a couple new guys on TikTok that followed us. So I really appreciate that. Go, ball. Oh my God. Oh, dude, honestly, odds on ICAF hitting over more than 1 home run this year might be plus 10,000. The guy still is at 0. But yeah, sorry, the Red Sox are playing the Yankees right now, right before the break. But again, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a good one.